welcome to online classes children. Today in chapter number 1, large numbers, we are going to study Roman numerals questions. So children, in the last class I have taught you the rules of Roman numerals and today we will be solving the questions. So the question is from My Practice Time 7. The first question is write the Roman numerals for the following. And the first number is 57. Okay, so children, whenever we want to convert any Hindu Arabic number into Roman numerals, first of all we have to expand the number. Okay, so as you can see here, 57, when we expand it, it is written as 50 plus 7. Okay, so 50, the letter which is used for writing 50 is L, and for 7 we can write it as 5 plus 1 plus 1, that is VII. Okay, so that is LVII. So the answer is 57 is equal to LVII. So the Roman numeral for 57 is this. The second question you can see 94. 94 can be written in expanded form as 90 plus 4. So 90, you know that children, we cannot write 10 times 9 times x, okay, or we cannot write 50 plus 40. So for that, what we have to do, for that we can write it as 100 minus 10, as x can be subtracted from c. Okay, so x is the value of 10 and c has the value 100. So we will write xc. Okay, as you know from the rule that whenever a smaller number is written first and then comes the bigger one, so the smaller one gets subtracted from the bigger one. So for 90 we have xc, and for 4 we have iv. Okay, so that is 5 minus 1. So we got the Roman numeral for 94 is XCIV. Third question you can see here children, 134. 134 can be written as 100 plus 30 plus 4 in expanded form. Okay, so 100, we know that 100 the value contains the letter C. So C we have written here for 100, and 30, so 10 plus 10 plus 10, that means 30. Okay, so 3 times x we have written for 30, and 4 can be written as 5 minus 1, that is IV. Okay, when we write IV, that means I will be subtracted from V. Okay, so that is IV. So for 134 we have the Roman numeral X CXXXIV. Now next is 2012. So 2012 is written in expanded form as 2000 plus 10 plus 2. So we know that the letter for 1000 is M, and M can be repeated maximum 3 times. So we have here 2000, so we will write 2 times M. So that is 1000 plus 1000 and plus X. X is for 10, and then for 2 we have 2 I's. Okay, so that is MMXII. So 2012 can be written in Roman numeral as MMXII. So children, in the same way, this question also you can see 3521, and we have split it over here 3000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 1. So 3000 we have written 3 times M. Okay, then 500 the letter is used is D, and for 20 we write 2 times X, and for 1 we write I. Okay, so for 3521 we have MMMDXXI. Question number 2 says write the Hindu Arabic numeral for the following. So the first one is LVI. Okay children, so first of all what we will see, LVI, we will see L stands for 50. You can see here L is having the value 50 plus V and then I. Okay, so V is bigger one and I is the smaller one, so we will add all this. So V is equal to 5, so we have written here 5, and I is equal to 1, so we have written here 1. So 50 plus 5 plus 1, that is 56. So the answer is 56. Next question is children LXXXI. Okay, so you can see here for L we have written 50, XXX 3 times X, that means 10 plus 10 plus 10, and for I we have written here 1. So when we add all this, we will get 81. So the value, Hindu Arabic value for LXXI is 81. LXXXI is 81. Next question is XLIX. Okay, so you can see here children, X and L. Okay, so X is a smaller number than L. L is having the value 50. So you know that whenever a smaller number comes first, the smaller one will get subtracted from the bigger one. Okay, so X will be subtracted from L, that is 50 minus 10. Okay, then plus, and then again IX. Okay, so I is a smaller number, so we will subtract 1 from 10 over here for IX. Okay, so the number 50 minus 10 is 40, plus 10 minus 1 is 9. So 40 plus 9 is 49. Okay, so the Hindu Arabic number for XLIX is 49. In the same way, we have done this one over here, DCXIV. Okay, so you can see DCXIV. For D we have the number 500. For C we have the number 100. Okay, so since D is a bigger number and C is a smaller number, so bigger one comes first. So that is why we have added over here. And then X is 10. Okay, then plus. Then we'll see I and then V. So I is a smaller one coming in between two. You can see here I is a smaller number coming in between two big numbers. So as the rule says, the smaller one will get subtracted from the bigger number which is coming just after it. Okay, so I will be subtracted from V, that is 5 minus 1 we have written over here. So 500 we have written as it is, 100 is also written as it is, 10 is written here, then 5 minus 1 is 4, and then when we will add all this we will get 614. So the answer is 614. The next question again says MDLXII. So you can see here children, M has the value 1000, D is 500, and L is 50, and then X is 10, and II, that means 1 plus 1. Okay, so all the numbers are coming one after the other, means the bigger one is coming first and the smaller one is coming afterwards. That is why we have added all the numbers over here. So when we add all this, we will get 1562. So the answer is 1562. The third question says solve the following, and you can see here the Hindu Roman numerals are given over here and we have to add them. Okay, so first we will see for CDIII what is the Hindu Arabic number for this. For C and D, okay, so C is 100 and D is 500. So smaller one is coming first and then comes the bigger one. That is why we are subtracting the smaller one from the bigger one. That is 500 minus 100. Then 3 times I, that means 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 500 minus 100 is 400, and 3 times 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 we have added. So when we add 400 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, we will get 403. Okay, now we will see for CMXXIX. Okay, so that is C is 100, M is 1000. So smaller one is again coming first. So that is why we will subtract C from M. That is 1000 minus 100. So when we subtract 1000 minus 100, we will get 900. Okay. Then for X and X, 2 times X, we will add 10 plus 10 and then IX. Okay. So 10 minus 1. Okay. We will subtract I from X as the smaller one is coming first and then comes the bigger one. So IX. Okay. So 10 minus 1. So 1000 minus 100 is 900. Then 10, then again 10, and 10 minus 1 is 9. So when we add all this, we'll get 929. Okay, children. Now you can see when we add both the numbers 403 and 929 as it is asked in the question for both the Roman values. Okay, when we add, we will get, when we add 403 plus 929, we will get 1332. Okay, so again, now we have to convert this in Roman numerals because our question is asked in Roman numerals. So we will expand this So we can expand it as 1000 plus 300 plus 30 plus 2. Okay. So what the values are for, what are the letters for 1000, 300, then 30 and 2. For 1000 we have 1. For 300 we have 3 times C, that is 100 plus 100 plus 100. Then for 30 again we have 3 times X, that is 10 plus 10 plus 10, and 2. So I and I, 1 plus 1. Okay. So our answer is MCCCXXXII. So this is the addition of this Roman numerals. Okay. Now you can again see next question, children, here. CDI minus XCVII. Again we will go for the first. CDI will convert it into Hindu Arabic number. So C and D. C stands for 100 and D stands for 500. So smaller one is coming first, then the bigger one. So we will subtract. So 500 minus 100. Then I we will add plus 1. Okay. So 500 minus 100, that is 400, plus 1 is 401. Next, for XCVII, we have the Hindu Arabic number as XC. Okay, XC means 100 minus 10. Then VII, that is 5 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so 100 minus 10 is 90 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. And when we add all this, we will get 97. All right. Now you see, now we have to subtract both of this number. Okay, the CDI minus XCVII, both the values we will subtract. That is 401 minus 97, we will get 304. Okay, so 304 again we have to convert it into Roman numerals. So when we will change this into expanded form, so it will be 300 plus 4. So for 300 we can write 3 times C plus C plus C, that is 100 plus 100 plus 100. And for 4 we can write 5 minus 1, that is IV. Okay, 1 will be subtracted from 5. Okay, then it will come 4, that is written for IV. All right. So children, our answer is for CDI minus XCVII equals to CCCIV. Next question is MXXIV minus DCCXXIV. So we have to again convert each of this one by one into Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay, so first is MXXIV. So M stands for 1000. So we have written here 1000. XX is plus 10 plus 10. Okay, X, the value of X is 10. So we are adding here 10 plus 10, and I and then V again. So again the smaller one is coming in between the two large numbers, so large values. So that means I will be subtracted from V according to the rule. Okay, so 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so when we add 1000 plus 10 plus 10 plus 4, we will get 1024. You can see here for DCCXXIV we have DC. Okay, D stands for 500, so we have written here 500 plus C. C is for 100 plus again C. C is for again 100, and XX is for 10. So 10 plus 10 and IV. Okay, IV means 5 minus 1. So when we solve the bracket over here, 5 minus 1, we will get 4, and rest all we have written as it is. Now when we add all this, we will get 724. Now children, we have to subtract both the numerals. So you can see 1024 minus 724. So we will get 300. Okay, 300 can be written here as CCC. Okay, 3 times C. So you can see the answer as MXXIV minus DCCXXIV equals to CCC. So this is your final answer. Thank you.